season progresses, that magic seems to have faded. His points per game have dipped, his shooting percentages are underwhelming, and his overall impact feels less electric. This year, he can't make a bucket. Just 15 points a game, 38% from the field. So, what happened to him? Some people are blaming his injuries. The whispers started innocently enough. Maybe he's just in a slump. But soon they grew into roars. He was just lucky last year. He's a one-hit wonder. Ouch! So what is wrong with Tyrese Haliburton? We may have an answer to that. There have been some crazy theories about his recent situation in the air. And by his situation, I mean his poor performance. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, Haliburton's shooting form. It's unorthodox, to say the least, with mechanics that make purists cringe and internet trolls salivate. Yet, it's the same funky form that turned him into an elite three-point shooter. So, why is it failing him now? Critics argue that his mechanics don't hold up under pressure or through physical wear and tear. But if that's the case, how did he flourish for so long? So, that theory belongs in the trash bin. A deeper dive reveals that Haliburton's struggles might not be entirely his fault. Injuries have plagued him throughout 2024, starting with a hamstring injury during a game against the Boston Celtics in January. That single injury cost him 10 games and disrupted his rhythm. But why would a 10-game injury ruin his entire game? The man looks nothing like he used to. So, is there more to this story? What's messed up is that some people are saying, this is the real Tyrese Haliburton. He was never actually a good player. He's just a fluke. How underrated was he? There are rumors that his high school football coach begged him to switch sports because it wasn't working out. But then, the tables had turned. In his junior season, Haliburton averaged 18 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds per game, earning FBA Player of the Year and Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association Division I All-State accolades, with his team falling just short of the state tournament. As a senior, he averaged 22.9 points, 6.2 assists, 5.1 rebounds, 3.5 steals, and 1.7 blocks per game, leading Oshkosh North to a 26-1 record. He was named Oshkosh Northwestern All-Area Player of the Year, Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year, and FBA Co-Player of the Year. Haliburton was selected to the WBCA Division I All-State Team and the USA Today All-USA Wisconsin First Team. Take that, coach! But no big universities noticed him. Considered a 3-star recruit by major recruiting services, he committed to playing college basketball for Iowa State in 2017. After his sophomore year, he entered the draft and was projected as a top pick. But what did the NBA team say? Too skinny, can't get to the rim, has an awkward shot. So, 11 teams passed on him. Were they right about him considering his current state? Or is it that mystery injury? Let's dig deeper. See, Tyrese was up for a new contract last year. But if he got all NBA, it could have earned him an extra $40 million or more. But when he got injured, that chance was in jeopardy because of a new NBA rule where it says a player has to play 65 games to make the All-NBA. So Tyrese wasted no time and rushed back. Before the injury, Tyrese had 24 points with excellent efficiency. What about after the injury? Everything dropped significantly with 17 points. And this year, it's even worse. That is like a slippery slope downhill. Also, he slowly started to lose confidence. So now a lot of people are worried about what this means for the Pacers. They are now 7-10 and also dealing with injuries. But moments like these are when all NBA Max players like Tyrese are supposed to carry the team on his back. But evidently, he can't. This is a problem because they paid this dude like an MVP, and he is not being able to show promising results in return. The Pacers is a deep team with playmakers like TJ McConnell, Andrew Nembhard, and Pascal Siakam. But no amount of depth can make up for this. Last year, they had the number 2 offense, which gave them a 6-seed conference finals. Now, a disappointing 16th offense. So depth? That's not enough. What they really need is MVP Haliburton. But he is falling off, and it's a mystery. Or is it? I think it's kind of obvious at this point what is wrong with Tyrese Haliburton. But the Pacers and the Knicks both traded everything last year to get championship ready. So if Tyrese doesn't get better, they are in huge trouble. They could go down like the Blazers or the Hawks as teams that got lucky to make it to the conference finals. Is it going to be the same for the Pacers soon? That's the kind of pressure Tyrese is in now. This is a fixable issue, but everything becomes clearer if you look back a few months back this year. Rewinding to his injury in January against the Celtics, that hamstring injury was horrible. As if that wasn't enough, lightning struck twice. In May 2024, during the Eastern Conference Finals against those same Celtics, Haliburton re-injured his hamstring, forcing him to miss Game 4, a pivotal moment for his team. And it didn't stop there. A collision with Jaylen Brown in the same series left Haliburton nursing a chest injury. Even his offseason wasn't free of calamity. A minor leg injury sustained during the Paris Olympics kept him off the floor. That's the third time he injured his hamstring. Dear Lord, this man needs to rest. It's clear that Tyrese hasn't had the chance to fully recover, yet his team continues to play him. The parallels to Derrick Rose's tragic career arc are eerie. Like Rose, Haliburton is a dynamic, all-around player whose injuries are starting to take their toll. Haliburton's fans hope his story won't follow the same trajectory, but the warning signs are there. Pushing through injuries without proper recovery time can lead to long-term damage, something no one wants to see happen to such a promising talent. So, what does Haliburton need to do to regain his form? For starters, Haliburton needs time to heal, both physically and mentally. The grind of an NBA season is relentless, and even the best players need to hit the reset button occasionally. Next, he needs to rediscover his confidence. A few big games could be all it takes to silence the doubters and reignite his spark. Finally, his team must adjust their strategy. Instead of expecting him to carry the load every night, they should focus on surrounding him with complementary players who can ease the burden. While it's easy to get caught up in the negativity, it's worth remembering that Haliburton is still young. His talent hasn't disappeared. It's just been overshadowed by injuries and circumstances. With proper care, patience, and perhaps a little luck, there's no reason why he can't bounce back and reclaim his place as one of the league's brightest stars. In the meantime, let's cut Tyrese Haliburton some slack. He's given fans plenty of reasons to cheer in the past, and if history is any indicator, he's far from finished. The question isn't, what's wrong with Tyrese Haliburton? But rather, how long until he's back to being the Tyrese Haliburton we know and love? What are your thoughts on Tyrese Haliburton's situation? Let us know in the comments below. Have you heard of Ja Morant getting into a fight with not a player, but a coach? Check out this video to find out exactly what happened.